What is up, fam, and welcome back to another adventure. I apologize for taking so long to get another video out, but I promise I will be recording some more and more frequently. But we've been out today handling some personal business, and we stumbled upon this massive cemetery. I don't know the name of the cemetery or the history, but it is just beautiful and just quiet out here. If you're hearing in the background, I've got my REM pod set up by probably the saddest grave that I found in this little section, and the REM pod has been steadily going off since I put it down. I'm sure y'all can hear it. Can you step away from the REM pod, please? Can you step away for a minute, please? See, it's still steadily going off. I decided to place it by this grave here. This is probably the saddest grave that I've seen so far. Born and died on the same day. But I've also picked right here because of all the veterans that's right here in this little section. On top of it's peaceful underneath this tree. Now, y'all seen how the REM pod works. Can you come touch the REM pod again, just like I did? Just touch the antenna like this and make it go off. Don't be afraid to come communicate with me. I mean you absolutely no harm. I also have my K2 with me today. If there's anybody here that wishes to communicate with me today, can you come touch this K2 device in my right hand? Oh, I see it lighting. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera or not, but it was just lightning. Can't even talk. Not lightning, it was lighting up. Can you light all the way up to the orange light again, please? I see you trying. Also, don't be afraid to come talk directly into my camera. My camera is just here to capture your presence. That's all it is. For those that don't know what this is. I have seen some graves that date back to the 1800s. So I'm going to put my K2. Sorry, child. I'm going to put my K2 in the tree right here. Now, I want y'all to notice, just like all other graveyards that I've been to, there is not a single power line in this cemetery. The only power lines that I've seen is way over there, and that's the entrance that cuts through. Can you come tell me your name, please? I have seen some pretty neat headstones out here. There is also a fresh grave close by that I'll be walking to in a minute. But all these, are not really all that old compared to some of the graveyards I've been to. I have noticed a lot of veterans buried out here. Oh, K2, or not K2, REM pod's going off again. Can you go closer to the REM pod and just touch it? All it'll do is light up and make a louder noise. What about my K2 in the tree? Can you touch my K2 in the tree, please? Can you tell me how many spirits is out here in this cemetery? Yes, y'all know what it does. Can you touch it all the way up, please? Touch it, make it light all the way up, all 4 lights. I love when that REM pod goes off. Can you make a noise other than the REM pod to let me know where you're at? There sure is a lot of trees around here. Can you shake the tree limb? Y'all, it is just so peaceful out here. I'm going to step away from that for a minute. Veterans, my brethren, if you're here with me, can you come talk to me? Like you, I was in war. So I know the pain and suffering that you went through after the fact. Can y'all let me know where you're at, please? We're going to shut this off for now because it's just going off and off and off on top of, I got a vehicle coming out here. I'm not entirely sure where they went, but I don't want to leave the family. I want to be able to hear some. Tell you what, let's go ahead and break out some of our apps while we're here at this section and just see if we can catch something. We're going to use the portal. Is there anyone out here that wishes to communicate with us? Can you come tell me your name? Do you know what my name is? In case I forgot to tell you, my name is Deke. Also go by Deeker the Paranormal Preacher on YouTube. How many spirits is at this cemetery? Everybody has a story. I'd really like to know yours. Now I'm going to be in this little area for just a few more minutes. If you have anything to say, now's the time to say it. What about any of these veterans, the soldiers that's out here? Are any of y'all here with me? Can you say the name of myself or somebody that is here with me? How long have you been here at the cemetery? If the camera's picking it up, if the camera's picking up the sirens, I apologize. We are pretty close to a major town in Catoosa County, Georgia. Can you tell me how you died? What about this little child right here? Is the boy child here with us? So, let's use the Necrophonic. We haven't used Necrophonic in a while. Now don't be afraid to come communicate with any of these devices that I have set up. We're going to get back under the tree because I forgot to have my K2 set up right here. Is there anybody here that wishes to communicate with me today? No? Why not? Can you come tell me your story? Can you tell me how you died? Now I mean you absolutely no harm and no disrespect at all. Can you come touch my K2 and light my K2 up again, please? They're sitting in the tree right here. Do you want me to leave? Can you tell me the name of somebody that is here with me so I know it's you? Now, every cemetery has a mausoleum. Can you tell me where the mausoleum is out here on this property? Do you have a message for myself or anybody else that I can relay? If I go to another section of the cemetery, will you communicate with me there? Did you like interacting with REM Pod? Since you're not really touching my K2 anymore. Has anyone ever tried to come communicate with you the way that I am? I heard please stop. Are you at peace? Where you're at right here? Alright fam, we're going to go try a different section of the cemetery, see if we can get some better responses. We'll be back with you in a moment. Okay fam, we've made it to the next section of the cemetery I wanted to check out. And I want to tell y'all, I have seen some remarkable headstones at cemeteries I've been to in the past. And I apologize for the truck noise. I got the family in the truck with the air conditioner running. But there is some remarkable headstones out here, including this one right here. I love the detail work on that one. If there's anybody in here that wishes to communicate with me, do not be afraid to come talk directly into my camera. I mean you absolutely no harm and no disrespect. That's actually an interesting headstone. I was reading what her said right here. She was 22. But that's interesting. I've never seen a headstone like that before. That's just remarkable. Now please don't be afraid to come communicate with me. I really do want to know your story. Here's another fairly new grave. I've never seen a wind chime in a graveyard. Or a birdhouse, for that matter. I wonder if it's for this grave or Miss Rachel's grave. There's even some interesting ones across the way over there, which we'll get over there here shortly. Now, Miss Rachel, if you don't mind, I wanted to use your tree here to try to communicate with some spirits like yourself. Okay. Now, if there's any spirits here that wishes to communicate with me in this section of the cemetery, just come up and touch this antenna. Make it light up like that. It'll also make a beeping noise. Probably not a good idea to set up by the wind chime, which I was going to use, but it's a little windy out here. That's the old Georgia flag there. It's not in existence anymore. Can a spirit come up and touch my REM pod? Make it light up for me? Let me know that you're here with me. Let my viewers at home know that you're here with me. Now, for those that don't know me, my name is Deke. I'll go by Deeker the Paranormal Preacher. And I've come kind of a long ways to communicate with you. Let's walk over here because I'll hear it going off if it goes off. For those that love the outdoors, like me, that is just beautiful right there. I love the buck on that. Can you make a noise? Let me know where you are. Can you scream, yell? Can you knock off some of these flowers that's on top of the headstones? We'll come back over here in a minute. I want to see something over here. I know I don't normally do a lot of walking in my videos, and a lot of it's because I don't like the noise that my camera picks up while I'm walking. Because if I'm hearing something walk, then I'd really like to be able to hear it and know that it's not me making that noise. Vietnam veteran. Bronze Star Medal. Hoorah. This is what caught my attention right here. Oh, that's kind of quaint back there in the back. I usually see things like this at veterans' graves, but I don't see no markings for a veteran here. Not saying that they're not, because Mr. Charles was definitely the age for World War II. Let's walk across the street and see what's over here. Imagine living right there, y'all, on the other side of those trees. Another fairly new grave. I'm seeing a lot of fairly new graves out here. Don't have no headstones yet. If you're here, come follow me. That's cute. The wind chime says we'll meet again at the Rainbow Bridge. Gotta love God's promise with the rainbow. Now please, don't be afraid to communicate with me. I know y'all like it when I use the app, so I try not to use them too early in an investigation. So I don't want the entire investigation to be about the apps. I like some of the stuff people leave by their family's graves. I heard that. Can you knock again, please? It's not like knocking was coming from around that tree area. Now, while I was at the first part of the cemetery, that's off to my right over here, Amanda was using the Ghost Hunter Tools app in the truck. And she actually caught some fairly interesting things. One of the things it said is find marker with duck. So we're kind of looking for a headstone or some kind of marker with a duck on it, or a headstone with a duck on it, since that's where it's telling us to go. If it's out here at this cemetery, I don't know, because there's actually quite a few cemeteries in this little area. I try to be respectful when I'm out here and not walk between headstones and the names, so I don't want to disrespect none of the spirits that's out here, or the bodies that's still here. So I was always raised, you don't walk on someone else's grave, because bad juju. It's also very disrespectful. And that's something that I've tried to instill in my kids whenever I bring them out here with me. Okay, I'm back over here now. Can you touch that REM pod, make the REM pod go off? I also have my K2 in hand. Can you light my K2 up for me? Tell you what, I'm going to put my K2 right by this tree right here, if it'll stay. There. Can you light the K2 up or touch my REM pod, please? Sounded like a bird, but it could have been the REM pod. Can you do that again, please? Yeah, it's still working. Now we'll stick with the Necrophonic app. Can you tell me where the marker is with the duck? What section of the cemetery it's located in? I just heard a little kid's voice. I really didn't realize how massive this cemetery was. That is so true on this headstone. Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. John chapter 11, verses 25 and 26. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Just like I believe in the book of John chapter 3, verse 16 and 17. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. For whoever believeth in me shall not perish but have everlasting life. And if you believe that with your whole heart, then those that's in the cemetery is not lost. And I pray for your salvation. Do you believe the words that I just spoke? Can you come touch my REM pod again, please? I believe that was you that was trying to touch it a minute ago. For those that's been over here communicating with me or attempting to communicate with me, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for letting me know that you're here. Who's the little child that I keep hearing on this app? Do I need to go to another section of the cemetery for you to communicate with me better? That's my name. Thank you. Don't be afraid to talk to me. Is there something evil on this property that's preventing you from talking to me? What do you think, fam? Is this place just as peaceful as what I'm trying to make it out to be? Can you tell me your name? Sound like you just said get out. What'll happen to me if I don't get out? We're gonna walk down this way. Something caught my attention. I don't know about y'all. Excuse me. I've been fighting COVID for about 2 weeks. I don't know about y'all, but I like to walk through and look at the dates on the cemetery, see which ones is the oldest ones. Somebody's really decorated this grave up. Someone's somewhat recently buried right here. We're going to try the portal again. I actually prefer the portal over necrophonic because it's easier to hear. And for those that don't know how the portal works, the portal plays everything in reverse. So if you hear something in normal, then supposedly it's a spirit communicating with you. And that's why I like it a little bit better, because it makes it kind of easier to hear and decipher over the necrophonic. But don't get me wrong, I love my necrophonic app. I use it as often as I can. Matter of fact, we're going to go across the street and see what's over there. We'll put the REM pod back in the truck. Okay, y'all, we're on our way across the street this way because I see some headstones I actually want to look at. Oh, Oh, excuse me. I like this. Remember me when flowers bloom early in the spring. Remember me on sunny days and the fun that summer brings. Remember me in the fall as you walk through the leaves of gold. And in the wintertime, remember me in stories that are told. But most of all, remember me each day, right from the start. I will be forever near, for I live within your heart. That's sweet. Some of these I'm not real sure about. Why is there number 3? We'll come back and read this in a minute. Let's look at the other side. And they got a cute little bench here. Okay, it's a child's grave. Number 3 was going to be his basketball jersey because apparently he was a basketball player. And it says, if tears could build a stairway and memories a lane, I would walk right up to heaven and bring you back again. No farewell words were spoken, no time to say goodbye. You were gone before I knew it, and only God knows why. My heart still aches with sadness, and secret tears still flow. What I meant to love you, no one can ever know. But now I know you want me to mourn for you no more, to remember all the happy times life still has much in store. Since you'll never be forgotten, I pledge to you today, a hallowed place within my heart is where you'll always stay. That's sweet. Fam, for those that like horses, I can see I saw a headstone out here just a minute ago. Actually on this side of the cemetery. And I worked my way back to it. Looking at the back of it, it makes me think of my good buddy Straight Jacket. It's got a big guitar on it, and I know Straight Jacket loves playing the guitar. Let's walk on this side. World War II Korea vet. Love my World War II vets. Y'all, I picked the wrong day to wear sandals, so I'm getting tore up by ants. I'm getting tore up. It's going to be another child, teenager grave. Loving son, loyal brother, friend to so many, always giving of himself, never ceasing to love. A boy who endured more than a man should. Inspiration. He showed us how to embrace his life. Each day held all of their laughter that he could squeeze from it. Mourners, look to the sky. In God's kingdom, we will see his smile again. That was nice. I like how they did the face on it. Alright, is there anybody in this section that wishes to communicate with me? I'm seeing a lot of fairly new graves out here. Can you come tell me your name? Is there any veterans on this side that wishes to communicate with a fellow veteran? Can you come over here and tell me your name, please? Oh, that is sad. There's a 6-year-old grave. Now, I'd really like to know your story. That explains why that flagpole is right there. Fellow son of the Confederate veterans, or fellow member. You don't see that on graves too often. I've never actually seen one. I like that. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the necrophonic and see if we catch something. I like that cross over there. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's right there. It's like what they're using for a headstone. Can you come tell me your name, please? There's that kid again. Are you the child's voice I keep hearing? Are you buried in the cemetery? Here's a headstone with one of my favorite Bible verses. In his hands, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. John 3:16. And that's the Bible verse y'all heard me say across the road over there. And that is such a true and powerful message that it can never be portrayed enough. Do you believe the words that I had just spoken from the Bible, book of John, chapter 3, verse 16? I wonder if that's the marker with the ducks. I'm looking, I don't see there's no name on it. There's something by this rock, but I can't make it out. Is this the marker with the ducks that we was told to come find? Is this the correct grave that you wanted me to find? Why did you want me to find this grave? Alright, you only got a few more minutes with me now, because I'm going to be heading back to another graveyard. Do you have a message for me or anybody else? Alright fam, we are at our last section of the cemetery that we're going to check out today. This is what I believe to be the oldest section of the cemetery. Just kind of glancing around, I've seen some headstones from the 1700s, some from the 1800s. I know for a fact there's some Confederate veterans that's buried on this section. So it tells me that this section has been here the longest. And I'm hoping that we can catch something on this side. There's also some unique areas around here. I'm dying to get over here to see what these are on the front side. I don't know if those are headstones or monuments. Just like this monument here. I can almost guarantee that this person right here was either a member of the Woodsmen of America or the wife of a woodsman, because that's how their headstones generally look, is of a tree trunk. And just let you see the back side of this. Now, I was out here a minute ago and just walking around looking, I heard screams coming from that direction over there. So I'm kind of curious to see what we can catch out here. Deo Vendesi, my brothers. These are some old headstones here. Wow. Something you don't see every day. Georgia Militia, Revolutionary War. God bless you. You have an idea how old some of these are. See, I'm seeing this flag. For those that don't know, this flag is known as the First National. It was the very first flag of the Confederate Army. It was actually before what we know as the Stars and Bars, or what everyone calls the racist flag. I don't know how a flag can be racist, but okay. This right here, look at this, y'all. You can actually see inside of it. Wow. Trees growing out of it. 1761. If there's any spirit on this side of the cemetery that wishes to communicate with me, don't be afraid to come communicate. You can talk directly in my camera, which is in my right hand. It will not cause you any harm. It's just a way for me to document your presence and a way for me to communicate with you. Yeah, this is the old section, y'all. Look at this. I wish there was something that the cemetery would do to fix some of this stuff. I wonder what's in this. It's busted open on the other side. And the bad thing is, it's the size of a child. Nothing in there but some bricks. For those that don't know, my name is Deke. I go by Deeker, the Paranormal Preacher. And I just want to communicate with you. I want to know your story. For my Confederate brothers, I want to know your story especially. I want to know what battles you were in. My Revolutionary War brothers, I want to know your story. Wow, 1799. Must be the Marsh family. They must be some very important people. Mary Allgood, that name's actually familiar to me. That's the wife's grave. Oh, these are beautiful, y'all. I mean, you absolutely no disrespect walking through here. I really don't. Look at this one, y'all. The tree's growing almost right out of the grave. And they're buried literally right on top of each other. I don't know how they did things in the 1800s or earlier 1900s, but I didn't think they'd be buried that close to each other. Wow. These must have been some very, very, very important people. Looks like another figure. Can't make it out because of the sun. Can't tell if that's supposed to be an angel or Jesus. I think we'll come back on this section and set up my REM pod. But let's look around a little bit more. There's a reverend. I'd almost guarantee you he was a reverend during the Civil War. Matter of fact, I guarantee it because he has a flag right by his grave. That's how, like during Veteran Memorial Day, or not Veteran Memorial Day, but Confederate Memorial Day, which I think's in January. I can't remember, it's been too long. But we got a lot of Confederate holidays that we still celebrate today. They'll come out and mark these graves like that. Y'all, it is getting hot out here. Man is slamming the truck doors. Some of these are so old you can't even read them no more, like this one right here. I just can make that one out a little bit. Yeah, we're just going to finish up in this section. I'm not going to go across the street. I'm going to set this up right here. If there's any Confederate soldiers in this area that would wish to communicate with me, can you come touch my REM pod right here and let me know? All you got to do is come up and touch the antenna or get close to it. It'll make a noise like that or light all the way up like that. That's all it'll do. It'll not harm you at all. By the way, big shouts out to Moonface Paranormal for this REM pod. I also have what's called a K2 meter. It picks up on your energy. All you have to do is come touch this and it'll let me know that you're here with me. All it'll do is light up. That's all it'll do. Now I'm open to communicate with any spirit in here. Not just my Confederate brothers. Y'all, I am sweating more than a hooker in church right now. It is so freaking hot out here. Don't be afraid to come touch this. Matter of fact, I'm going to set my K2 up right here on this headstone. Let's turn the portal back on. Is there any of my Confederate brothers here that wishes to communicate with me? Is there any spirit here that wishes to communicate?
Yes, sir.
I just heard you going off. Can you do that again, please? I just heard the REM pod going off. Listen, what do you want me to listen for? It's going off, y'all. And there is nobody around it, as y'all can see. Wow. Keep it up. Go touch the antenna and make it light all the way up, please. Can you light that all the way up, please? Wow, y'all, even the temperature has changed on it. The temperature on that was just reading 97, now it's reading 93. Light it all the way up. Is that you touching my REM pod right now? Quickly, can you change the temperature on that REM pod all the way down to 90 degrees? Temperature is starting to drop, y'all. Can you tell me your name? Do you know my name? Let's go back to the portal, or not the portal, but the just like that it stopped. Let's go back to necrophonic. And the temperature is starting to rise on it again. I want to thank you for touching that to let me know that you're with me. How many spirits is over here with me? Is the spirits over here at peace? Can you come touch my REM pod or my K2 again, please? Can you tell me what year it is? Can you come over here and tell me how you died? Was you part of the Revolutionary War that granted us our independence? Was you part of the Civil War, which has been called a love story to our nation? Now this device that I'm trying to talk to you with, that's all it does, is it allows direct communication with you. This is a nice spot that I'm staying at right now, if you're here. Looks like another woodsman. Is this another woodsman headstone that I'm seeing? Notice it's a little stump. Is there anything here that's preventing you from talking to me? Is there anything evil in the cemetery? Well, don't be scared to light any of my equipment up now. It's just a way to let me know that you're here with me. And by the way, the temperature is still dropping on that REM pod. Are you changing the temperature on my REM pod right now? There's that child's voice again. Yes, that's my name. Can you tell me the name of somebody else that's with me? Do you have a message for myself or anybody else that you wish me to portray to somebody? Okay, fam. I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for watching this video with us. I want to thank you for smashing that thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you smash that thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. Leave comments after the video. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel and you hit that little notification bell that's over here. Remember when you're out in the world to show love, not hate. Show compassion for your fellow man. Especially this day and age. There's not enough of that. There's too much anger, hatred, and violence in this world. If you or someone you know is suffering with suicide or suicidal thoughts, please reach out for help. You can call the suicide hotline. They even have a 3-digit number now. I believe it's 988. That makes it simpler. But please, please find help. Suicide is never the answer for a short-term problem. All problems in life are short-term. We love each and every one of y'all, and we thank y'all from the bottom of our hearts. Until our next adventure, fam, remember the hunt is just around the corner.